Hi there. Hello and good evening. It's Saturday evening. Welcome and hello to the BYB, Building Your Business Premium Coaching Program community. Come on in if you are available and see me going live here. I want to encourage you to come on in and let's chat for a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the private Facebook group of the Building Your Business Premium Coaching Program. I am Tawanna Bay. I'm the founder, CEO, and I am your coach, Coach Tawanna. It's great to be with you this evening. If you're watching me live, come on in. I see Miss Tanella Bunema. Tanella is logging in from Atlanta, Georgia. It's great to see you, Tanella. I'm going live to answer your question this evening. It's been a full day, a full busy day, and a great productive day. And I'm just getting in front of my computer. Actually, I have two computers up. I'm excited. I have a new computer. And so I've got that one here and the older one here. And so this is very exciting. Hi, Tanella. Hello, and shout out to all of you from Atlanta, Georgia. It's great to be with you this evening on Saturday. It is Saturday, December the 1st. Welcome, December. My goodness. This year is getting by us, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the fourth quarter of the year. And as you know, Building Your Business Premium Coaching Program is about preparing and equipping and training you on starting and launching your business. And we are in the fourth quarter. This is a very crucial time of year for business owners, small, mid-sized business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, anyone who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur and trying to grow a new business, launch a new business, or expand an existing business. This is a very hot time for entrepreneurs who are trying to get there and do things in a big way going into the new year. Many entities are preparing to do business with small business owners in the first quarter, and they are doing those preparations and getting things in order in the month of October, November, and December. So when I think about that, I get real excited about that and the opportunities that I know are out there for you, out there for me to grow a business. And so as I am sharing about that a little bit here, anyone else who is able to log on and say hello and be a part of this mini brief coaching and information that I'm going to be sharing this evening, come on in. We're glad to have you with us. So Tanella, Miss Tanella of Atlanta, Georgia, thank you for your question here in the BYB community. You say hi, Tawanna. You sent me this message about 6 hours ago, and as I have shared many times in this community, in our membership site, in our premium coaching and training calls that are conducted every week, if you submit a question to me, I am going to most likely either answer the question by typing it out, or I'm going to go live and I'm going to answer the question, because many times the questions that are submitted are questions that I think will benefit somebody else or everybody else. And Tanella has an excellent question here that I think is going to benefit everyone who is a part of this community. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the question. Tanella says, hi, Tawanna. I am a professional hairstylist now for 20 years, and a couple of years ago owned a hair salon. All right, Tanella, congratulations. 20 years is a long time. So it is very obvious to me as your coach that you have chosen your niche. You understand your niche. You know what it is. niche, depending on who you talk to, how you want to pronounce it. And you say, I was in business for 4 years and enjoyed having my own hair salon, which I learned a lot. I bet you did. You're in a very this is a very lucrative industry. And there are so many avenues and lanes with this industry, from hair salons to, and then of course there's all kinds of hair to do, from weaving to braiding to perming. I mean, hair care. And Tanel, I remember speaking with you before. I know you are a specialist in natural hair care. So I bet you've learned a lot over the years. And you go on to say, in the future, let me get these messages. Okay, you say, in the future, I want to own a beauty supply store. So can you share information about how to get started? Yes, I can. This is an excellent question, because this is the kind of question that individuals, men and women, send me as a certified business coach and a success coach. They send me these kind of questions all the time. And this is a very important question, because when you are looking to launch any kind of business, you can have a degree, you can have, like Tanella, 20 years of hairstylist experience. I know she has a license because we have talked before. This is her niche, this is her craft. And you can have all of these things for your industry, ladies and gentlemen. Hair for Tanella is being a hairstylist. But if you're in construction, or you're a photographer, or you're in human resources, or whatever it is, you have a niche, and now you're wanting to launch something bigger. You want to set up, in Tanella's case, a beauty supply store. So literally you're looking to expand what you're doing. Now you want to take doing hair in a salon into selling supplies, beauty supplies. And of course, that is hair products, that is makeup, that's all kinds of things, depending on how big or small you want this beauty supply store to be. Now, for us girls, those of us who are in this program and who are listening to me respond to this question, we know how we love to take care of ourselves. And the beauty supply stores it's like a grocery store, right? It's like a grocery store for us. It's a must to go and purchase for our hair care and our beauty care and those kind of things. And so learning how to get started with a beauty supply business, which literally is, we know, a very lucrative industry. And frankly, as I am thinking about this, Tanella, and I remember we talked about this before, there are some communities, cultural communities, that have a monopoly on this. And so I want to commend you for your ambition to want to launch a business with your own beauty store. I think that's very ambitious. And guess what? It is doable. And I've got a few areas. I know you know your niche, and I know you know the hair business very well. And you've had many clients. You've done hair, I know, in Atlanta. I know you've done hair in New Jersey. I know you've done some things over the years. And so we've got your niche down. But when you think about, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, expanding into another lane, one of the things that I talk about constantly and continually in the BYB module, especially module 1, but in every module, I hit this point over and over again because it's extremely important. One of the first things you want to do, Tanella, is you want to research the market. And I've been quoted as research, research, research. You want to research the market as it relates to starting and owning a beauty supply store, or a beauty supply store. You want to research that market. You want to research these specific things that I want to highlight, and I want to mention here. Licensing and a permit. And let me move this phone a little bit here. Y'all forgive me for a second, because I've got my phone here where I can't really see what I'm trying to do here. But I'm sure for the state of Georgia, and every state is different, but when you're launching a business, a restaurant, a store, a gym, any business that's going to be perhaps in a storefront kind of thing, you most likely are going to need some kind of license and some kind of permit. And so that's an area that you want to research, and you want to find out what the requirements are for that, because it's very important that you make sure, if this is a lane and this is what you're going to do, that you have the proper licenses and the proper permits, so that they don't shut you down before you even can start selling your products, right? Another area that you want to do some really deep research is a location. You want to choose a location for your store, right? You want to choose a location that you're going to get lots of clients, because one of the other areas as entrepreneurs that we have to make sure we do our research is our target market. You want to research your target market, and who are you trying to sell these supplies, beauty supplies to, and the type of beauty supplies. That's another research area, right? That you want to sell. Do you want to sell hair? Do you want to sell products like shampoo and perms and hair color? And do you want to sell makeup? Do you want to sell jewelry? Do you want to sell hair bandanas and stockings and all these things? And there's so many more. But all of these things are typically in a beauty supply store. And so you want to research, do you want to have a beauty supply store that you're known for that sells hair? Or maybe, Tanel, I know you and I have talked, you're a very talented woman, and you have crafted hair, what you call them, that you could put in little girls' hair, but you make all kinds of incredible hair decorations, and if you're still online here, you can type what they're called, so the viewers can see. But Tanella, you're very gifted and talented, and you've made lots of supplies and things that moms and mothers can put in their daughter's hair. And okay, and so you want to sell everything that I've mentioned, and I thought you might. And this is, as entrepreneurs, we have skills, and we know what it is we want to do. We know what we want to sell. And so researching to your target market, you know that you're going to be selling to women maybe from the ages of 14 to over 50. And you know they're going to be looking for barrettes, and they're going to be looking for ribbons, and they're going to be looking for stockings, and they're going to be looking for makeup and earrings and bracelets. Oh, and don't forget the flat iron and the hair dryer and all these things, from our lashes to our hair to our shampoo to our perm, maybe wigs, all these things. And so you want to research the licensing and permits, research the location. So where you're located, and I'm about to get to how we market and advertise. You want to come out the gate with a big boom. You want to come out the gate with people saying, "Whoa, did you see there's a new beauty supply store over here?" and a woman owns this place, and she's so cool, she's so nice, and she's talented. Oh, and she does hair too. We got to get over there. Now they telling their friends, and now you got the referral thing going on, and people are coming in. So it's real important that you choose a location that's in a very good area. Do I think that you should start small? Very good question. I just completed the recording audios for module 1, lesson 4. And in lesson 4, it's about first things first, preparing your business. And I talk a lot about financing and capital and how you start. If you're going to start small or if you're going to start large, that's going to have a lot to do, Tanella, with your cash, your capital, how much money you have to launch. Are you going to bootstrap? Do you have money that you already have ready to invest so that you can start small? Because of course now you got to purchase all of this inventory, right? All of this inventory, you got to purchase it, and you got to have the cash for that. You got to have the cash for a location. And because I have been in a commercial building before, either you're going to rent from somebody or you're going to put a down payment and buy something. If you're renting, you got to have the first month rent, you got to have the last month rent, you got to have that deposit, and then you got to know that you are selling enough inventory on a monthly basis so that you can make that monthly note. And so, ladies and gentlemen, and Tanella, as entrepreneurs, when we are launching a venture or considering to start a business, whether it's your beauty supply store or any other venture, one of the first things first is researching these areas that I'm highlighting. And if you notice, if you've gone through module 1 and you got to lesson number 4, everything that I'm highlighting here, these are things that I coach and I teach and I dive into deep. I dive into these deep in our coaching and training calls. In module 1 and lesson 4, I talk more about it with the structure of your business in lesson 5, because they're very important. Cash is king, and it's very difficult to start anything without cash. And so whether you're going to get an investor, or if you're going to go to a bank for a loan, or if you're going to bootstrap and maybe work with a spouse or a business partner who's going to help you and give you cash, and then you have to have a budget. And this is where I inject, it's highly important to be talking to an attorney or a CPA, a certified public accountant, to help you set things up and evaluate all of this. Is very, very important. It's very key. But starting small or starting large has everything to do with your ambition, your goal, what it is you're trying to achieve, how much inventory you're trying to sell, because that's going to have a lot to do with how much space you need. And when I say space, of course, we're talking about square footage, and then how much money you have to afford all of that. That could be small, medium, or large. Small, medium, or large. And all of this is a consideration in the planning phase and in your research phase, okay? And so another area that you want to research and you want to be thinking about as you're looking at launching a business, a beauty supply store. Obviously, Tanella is not, and Tanella, you can confirm this, because maybe you are, but I've seen beauty supply stores online where you have a store online, and then I've seen beauty supply stores in your neighborhood, in your community. And so, Tanella, you can confirm for me if you want to do one or the other or both. Because I give you an example. I work with clients in this program who have businesses that they have an office where they're selling out of, and or a storefront that they're selling out of, but they also have, and here's the next area that you want to research on, a website. They have their own website, and they set up that website where they're able to sell their supplies and offer their products, or as we say in business, their goods and services, or your products and services through your website, and also through your office or through your storefront, your or retail area where you want to sell. And I know there are some online beauty supply stores like AliExpress. I think I've ordered from them a few times. But for most people, like with many type of businesses, people like a personal approach, and they want to be able to come into a store, and they want to be able to look, and they want to be able to touch, and they want to be able to feel, and they want to be able to check it out, and they want to be able to smell, and they want to, and so Tawanna, maybe you're talking specifically about a storefront. So that's a great idea, doing a website. I would consider doing that. Okay, so I'm loving it. So you're just giving me more to share and talk about here, and I want to just make sure I have this work. So if you're looking to do a great website, I do offer information about website tools in the Building Your Business Premium Coaching Program. Just, Tawanna, make sure you click on the tools section. In the tools section, the very first tool that I highlight is websites. And of course, we've got a great technician, Art, who literally, this is what he does for a living outside of supporting the BYB Premium Coaching Program, and he works for me, but he builds and put together websites, and he's very gifted. And if you like our online membership site in our school, that's just some of the work that I've seen him do, and he's very, very good. And so having a website where you can advertise what you do, because maybe you want to give out your business card from time to time when you're in your community, or when you're at church, or when you're talking to family and friends, everywhere you go. Typically hairstylists and entrepreneurs, I gave out my card today to 4 different people. Somehow, I mean, I'm a people person, and people, when we get to a conversation, we start talking about business, it doesn't take long for them to ask me for my business card. And I want to give you my business card, and I'm giving out my business card. And so, Tawanna, as you're giving out your business card, ladies and gentlemen, you're giving out your business card. Guess what's on that business card? Your website. And so back to that researching the type of website and setting up a website. It's an easy way to start both a beauty supply business as well as advertising your store. If you don't know how to do it yourself, this is where you get to professionals. I'm going to tell you, I didn't know how to do it myself. That's not my area of expertise, depending on what part of the country you're from. But it's not. That's not my wheelhouse, okay? And so I had to hire someone who is an expert to get the job done for me. And if you go to my website, I think it looks pretty good. Actually, I think it looks excellent, very good. And so this is very important. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple of other things here, Tawanna, like buying inventory, store inventory, how you want to present things, during your research. You're looking at your competitors. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when we do our research, when we conduct our research on the market, we're also looking at our competitors and how they have things set up. How do they have things presented? What kind of staff do they have working for them? This is another part of the research, hiring staff. And all of these things, I dive deep in coaching you and equipping you and preparing you for that. Oh, thank you, Tanella. Yes, it looks awesome. Thank you. Yes, Art has done a fabulous job. Look, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to set up a website, and if this is not your area of expertise, you want to work with someone who is reasonable. You want to work with somebody who is an expert, though. And sometimes the experts, they might cost a little bit more, but they'll work with you. Art did work with me, and it turned into bigger things. But you also want to work with someone who understands your vision. They understand what you want. Because if you're not technical, you still understand and you know what you want. And you want them to get it. You want them to understand. You want them to see the big picture. You want them to see the vision. You want to give them the colors, or you want to give them a color palette idea, and then you want them to go to work. I know that's what I did with Art. I said, Art, some of my favorite colors in honor of my mother is purple, like a purplish kind of color. I like orange. I like pink. In fact, I love pink. And I need some bold and black colors. And so if you can work with those colors and that kind of palette scheme of colors, that would be great. And he's done a fabulous job with that, where it's not so feminine looking, where the gentlemen who hire me as a coach and consultant, they can kind of stomach it. It's not too girly and pinky, but yet it's still professional, that is pleasing to the eye for both genders. You see, and so all of that's important, and even those things you want to research. I took a marketing class a few years back, and one of my classes with the University of Phoenix, and one of the things I learned is the power of colors and how colors communicate different things, and they bring about, or let me say it this way, they evoke memory into people's mind, like a Chick-fil-A. Can you ever forget those colors? You get what I'm saying? I mean, certain brands have certain colors. If you haven't paid it any attention in a while, next time you're out driving, just take a look at the stores and the businesses around you and their colors. Warm colors make you feel one way. Bold, bright colors make you feel like, oh, let me go in there. Target, all that red, Target and Walmart is a little softer, the family thing. Different colors communicate different things. And when you take these marketing classes, they break that thing down. You're like, wow, yeah, I remember feeling like that. Yeah, I was wondering why. So when you're researching, these are things that you want to research as well. What's a good color scheme for your industry? What does your competitors, what they're doing? And how can you be different, where you can set yourself apart but still be noticeable and seen? And yes, Tanella, you're a visual person. Most people, we kind of, I know I'm visual too. I relate to you. I'm visual too. And when I look at things, it makes me feel some kind of way, as people say these days, right? Okay, so I've talked about quite a few things here. Let's see. And I think the last thing in the research, and there's so many other things as you're launching and starting up, like structuring your business. If you haven't done it yet, what's the best structure for your business? If you're going to have a storefront, I would definitely say it's not a sole proprietorship. It's going to be a LLC, a limited liability corporation, or it's going to be a corporation. And it's going to be a C Corp or an S Corp. And as I have coached and I've talked about in module 1, lesson 5, structuring your business. That's the bonus lesson, actually. Structuring your business. You want to talk with your accountant about the kind of funds and money that you're putting out and money that you're anticipate making, because you're going to have those budgets. And based on the kind of money that you're going to be making, or you most likely will profit, okay, profit, it's going to have a lot to do with how you structure your business. And so with that, the last thing that I want to highlight here in the research for launching a beauty supply store would be, I think, and they're all major, they're all important, but a big one is marketing yourself, marketing you. These days, and I have said this throughout the membership and in the course, and if you're listening to the coaching and training calls, you've heard me say this even there. These days, because we are visual people, and it's important for us to connect. That's why I'm going live. I knew I wanted to say a lot about this, and there was no way I could type all of this for you. And I wanted you to see me and hear me communicate this. And these days, we are living in a visual time, a communication time, and even a technology time. And this Facebook Live is technology. When I launched my business in 2006, we didn't have no Facebook Live. We didn't have Instagram. We had LinkedIn, but LinkedIn wasn't doing then what it's doing now. We didn't have Twitter. Oh my gosh, your president tweeting, for crying out loud. Even he understands the value of marketing himself as the president. He cannot stay off of Twitter. And you know what? It makes impact, doesn't it? Good and bad. As entrepreneurs, marketing yourself is key. Tanella, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. Even before you set up your store, online or in your community, you are a walking brand, and you are marketing yourself everywhere you go. And the way I marketed my business when I started in 2006, and you guys have heard me share this, and if you haven't, you go through the modules and the coaching calls. I'm very open, and I talk a lot and share a lot about my experience as a business entrepreneur for over a decade now. And I started with a website that was, it was a Flash website, which is obsolete today. You try a Flash website today and it's not going to work. But a website, a business card, and a brochure, that is all I had. And guess what? It worked then, but it can't work now. It doesn't work now. I can take a brochure to a speaking event that I have. I can take my business card, and I have my business cards when I'm out. Ooh, getting a little warm here. I have my business cards when I'm out, but you know what? Your website, your business cards and brochures are just the beginning. You need a sales marketing funnel. Yes, you do. You need a sales marketing funnel for your website and for your social media presence. And I didn't really even go into that, Tanella, but having a Facebook page for your store where people can hear you go live. And this is for all entrepreneurs. They get to see you. They get to know you. They get to know about your passion about, hey, Tanella, I've talked to you, so I know your passion about natural hair, about helping women and men take care of their hair of all races. I know Tanella does hair for all races. And so your Facebook page, just keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little warm here. Your Facebook page and marketing yourself and marketing your store, marketing your website, and sending people to your website and sending people to your Instagram page and sending people to your Twitter and sending people, all of that brings about profit over time. Yes, it does. Because people are visual, because people want to connect. They want to feel good about who they're buying from. They want to know who they're buying from. And so nowadays, whether it's a salon or a clothing store or online, marketing yourself right now everywhere you go until your storefront is up, until that website is up, is major, is key. So people can get in touch with you, so they can call you, so they can email you, so they can text you, so they can see the products that you do have now, like those supplies that you've shared with me, Tawanna, that are incredible for young people's hair. Oh, so decorative, so sharp. I mean, if I'm wearing my hair back in a ponytail, I can wear some of your stuff that you made. Yeah, I think it'll look real cute. What you think, Tawanna? But anyway, I think, ladies and gentlemen, my BYB community, my clients, my students, my business partners, because that's who you are and what you are. That's what I'm saying here. Market yourself. You are a brand, Tawanna. You are a brand right now. Ladies and gentlemen, as entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, getting ready to start and launch, you are a brand. Yes, you are. You should be excited about that. Tawanna, I think you texted me earlier and said you were going to be doing somebody's hair. Hello. Hello there, client. She's awesome. She's a bad girl. She's been doing hair a long time and very talented. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you are a brand. Market yourself. Do your research. Research what it is you want to launch, what it is you want to do. Research, research, research. Know your region. Tawanna, you're in the state of Georgia. You're in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to know your region, where you're at, the state you're in, the city that you're in. You got to know if you need a license or a permit. And if you do, you have to get it, because it's called being compliant as a business owner. We call this in business the fundamentals. The fundamentals have to be right. If they're not, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to be breaking some laws. You're going to have to pay some fines. And trust me, you don't want your profit going to some fines because you didn't do things right. And so it's important to do your research, research, research. And these are some areas that I want to highlight and that I want to share with you that you want to do. And of course, I'm available to you as a coach. You can text me. You can reach out to me this way, and I will answer your questions and guide you and help you to make sure that you are on the right path, Tawanna. Oh, yes, she's doing some box braids. Woo! That's an awesome talent. I wish I can do some box braid. You know what? I have to come to Atlanta and pay you and let you do mine. How about that? I'm very excited about coming live and answering your questions, Tawanna, tonight. And I appreciate you being live here, typing in your questions and your comments here, because I know you're doing hair. But this is how I want to be able to service this community. I know questions come up. And like I've shared before, I will come live and answer questions, especially if I know I need to really go into some explanation and dive in a little bit. I will do it this way, or I'll just type back to you and send you a quote, send you a resource, a link, whatever it is that I know that you're going to need to help you be successful. Tawanna, I wish you the best and getting started with launching your beauty supply store. I am looking forward to hearing great things. Good luck, best wishes. And of course, I'm here as your coach and here to help you with this launch when you're ready to go. And like I've said before, There are lots of steps to launching a business, ladies and gentlemen. And there is always a process. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. There's always a process. The first things first. If you follow the process, you do those first things first. You do your research on whatever industry it is. You're going to be successful. So stay positive, dream big always. I am here rooting you on, and I'm here to coach, equip, prepare, and train you to do well so that you are building on solid of infrastructure, East Coast, that's solid and not shaky. So that once you launch and you're out there, it's not going to fall. And you're going to be in business as long as you want. And when you're ready to you don't want to do it anymore, it's because you don't want to do it anymore. Not because you made so many mistakes. So this is where you start, Tawanna. You start with your research and some of the other things that I've shared and mentioned. Go back and listen to this as many times as you need to. Of course, I'm available right here on Facebook or back in the membership site. This was great information and helpful, Tawanna. Thank you. Thank you, Tawanna. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to log off for now. Thanks for coming on in, and have a great day. Have a great evening, Tawanna and everyone else, and we'll see you real soon. Bye now. Unless you have another question. Tawanna, do you have any more questions? Boom, 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 boom. I hear some music in the other room. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I don't think Tawanna have any more questions. I probably covered it all. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, good night, Tawanna. Good night, everyone. Have a great one, and we'll see you real soon. Bye now.